we have Lívio Ribeiro taking on Mauro Gutierrez. Chance Ikei meeting Ryan Kim, and Chris Renteria taking on 4-0 Ilay Barzilay. Let's now get to the action. Tail of the tape, powered by the Arizona Army National Guard. Ribeiro is 31 and Gutierrez 5 years younger. Ribeiro is 3 inches taller and will try to utilize a massive 7.5-inch reach advantage. To kick off the LFA 188 preliminary action, here's the voice of the LFA Octagon, Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on the LFA Fight Network on YouTube for continuing preliminary action here at LFA 188. We now have this bout scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA Flyweight division, brought to you tonight by the Arizona Army National Guard. Protect what matters most to you. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5'4", weighing in 125.4 pounds. He holds a professional record, 3 wins, 0 defeats, with 1 win coming by way of submission. Representing Cache Valley Martial Arts and Logan, Utah, fighting by way of Silao, Guanajuato, Mexico, Mauro El Angel Gutierrez. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a grappler standing 5'7", weight in 125.4 pounds. He holds a professional record, 3 wins, 0 defeats, with all 3 wins coming by way of submission. Representing the MMA Lab, fighting out of Phoenix, Arizona, by way of Teresina, Piauí, Brazil, Lívio Ribeiro. Your referee in charge of the action, Ryan Bruggeman.
Fighters, remember to your instructions in the back. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch goes down if you wish. Come out swinging.
LFA 188 preliminary action. According to Bet Online, Lívio Ribeiro with the red tape is the favorite at -290. The comeback on the underdog, Mauro Gutierrez. He has the blue tape plus 245. Ron Kruk and Alan Joban cage side with you. Glad you could be a part of the LFA 188 preliminary action. Gutierrez comes out attacking that lead leg. Not at all, absolutely. And a big scramble, looks like a heel hook attempt. Ribeiro is on his back. Ribeiro, 11-month layoff due to a bunch of fights falling out. Gutierrez, 4th fight in 10 months, very active. He does. 1 submission win. Both of these fighters coming in with spotless 3-0 records. Ribeiro, black belt in BJJ, started jiu-jitsu at only 15. Has a couple of championships, including a Pan American Championship in 2021. He's won jiu-jitsu titles, the European and Brazilian national levels. 3 victories, Alan, all 3 by way of submission.
Yeah, he's super slick. You can see how comfortable he is on the ground right here. He's very good at manipulating the hips of his opponents, even though he's on the ground, on his back rather. He's very good at kind of inverting. You see he's hooking the leg and looking to kind of invert, kind of Granby roll, and he finds a way under your hips at all times, trying to lock in that triangle at the moment.
Very comfortable fighting off his back, but Mauro Gutierrez has an opportunity here, but there we go. Just like that grab step.
Yeah, he inverts, Granby rolls, finds a way to sweep on top. Very slick. I've seen Gutierrez as well, some of his fights. He threw up some very slick, fast arm bars from his back. Both guys very comfortable on the ground, but it would look, by the way this fight's going so far, and his previous fights, that Lívio Ribeiro, he's on another level. I mean, he's fantastic jiu-jitsu.
You do not want the black belt and BJJ on your back, but that is the situation as they transfer over. In Ribeiro's corner, head coach John Crouch likes what he is seeing. Transitions to the side. Gutierrez still on his back as we hit 2 minutes to go, opening round.
I mean, Ribeiro has great jiu-jitsu. You can also see he's just got super great flexibility. I mean, he opens up the hips to put in the hooks effortlessly. He's got long legs, good flexibility with him. Those type of body types make it so difficult to get out from under someone. They seem to have you in like a spider web at all times.
And he is 3 inches taller than Gutierrez. There he said a massive 7.5-inch reach, but he might not need it if he can lock this choke in. Gutierrez trying to buck him off his back.
He's looking for the triangle armbar. He has this in another fight as well. He'll lock in this inverted triangle. He'll crank on the arm. Very sneaky, this guy.
Absolutely. Gutierrez hanging on, struggling to pull out. But as Alan said, Ribeiro, 1 win via triangle, 1 win via triangle armbar.
There you go.
Now he is all over that arm. Looking for another armbar victory.
Oh, Gutierrez is fighting it.
I'm not sure how he's doing it.
He might make it out. He's stepping over the leg.
Beautiful escape from Mauro Gutierrez.
Look at the relentless attack by Ribeiro. I mean, he's in one submission into another, back into the triangle again. Really making Gutierrez like fight for his life at all parts of this fight so far.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't take a breath with Ribeiro in there. 3-0. 3 first-round finishes. So give Mauro Gutierrez credit if he can hang on here.
Couple of seconds.
Winding down. Oh, and the horn sounds, and Gutierrez somehow manages to avoid tapping out. And Lívio Ribeiro will get out of the first round for the first time in his career. Great action to kick off the LFA 188 prelims here in Chandler, Arizona. Make sure you sign up at UFCFightPass.com for the main card coming up. LFA 188. Going to be a great card tonight. Rafael Militia and John Sweeney doing battle for the title in the main event. LFA, a flyweight action to get us going. Lívio Ribeiro representing MMA Lab here in Arizona. 3-0 record. Mauro Gutierrez coming in from Logan, Utah. He's #1 ranked flyweight in Utah, according to Tapology. 4-fight win streak going back to his amateur career. See if Gutierrez tries to keep this fight on the feet here, Alan, in the second.
Yeah, and Gutierrez can bang. I mean, I've seen him. When he plants his feet and throws with power, very dangerous on the feet. Ribeiro the same, though. I mean, Ribeiro kind of reminds me of a bit of like a Charles Oliveira style, where he uses that kind of athletic, lanky reach, high kicks, flying knees, and deadly on the ground.
First time getting out of the first round. Nice inside leg kick there from Gutierrez. Longest fight as a pro, Alan, was 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So if Gutierrez can take him in to the later rounds here, maybe we will test the cardio of Lívio Ribeiro. There's a beautiful takedown, that just speed.
Yeah, he was trying to step around his leg and hit him with a throw. And Gutierrez kind of, oh, look at this. My goodness.
Crazy scramble.
Yeah, he's got so many options to get the fight to the ground. And then again, as we said, he's so comfortable sitting to his butt, right? Because he knows that any moment he can just sweep you.
Oh, high kick from Ribeiro, and then goes in. And now Gutierrez, inside the guard. He's got to watch those arm bars.
I love the way that Ribeiro hid that kick behind the right punch. But Gutierrez, phenomenal job seeing that coming, keeping his base, keeping his hand up, blocking that. Finds himself in the guard once again, though, Ribeiro. Not a resting place. He knows that from the first round.
That is for sure. Under 3 minutes to go, second round. Great action on the canvas here, the LFA Flyweight division. Ribeiro is just relentless.
He's relentless with it, and he's a step ahead of Gutierrez, but I got to give credit to Gutierrez. You know, he finds himself in a lot of bad positions, but he's making the correct decision every time. And it has to be very quickly, because Ribeiro, he's flowing from submission to submission, and he's latching things on. But yeah, Gutierrez, he knows what he's doing. He's trying as best that he can to stay out of danger against the relentless attacks of Ribeiro.
A lot of fighters say they want to be like Bruce Lee and flow like water, but I will say Lívio Ribeiro is pretty close to doing it. He is as smooth and dangerous on the ground as I've seen in a while.
He's got an action-packed style. It's a fan-friendly grappling style.
Exactly. He's not going to take you down and just lay on you, that's for sure. BJJ black belt with 3 submission wins. Follow the LFA on all social media platforms at LFA Fighting. We are at the Gila River Resorts and Casino, Wild Horse Pass in Chandler, Arizona. Ron Kruk and Alan Joban with you tonight. Should be a great card. First of 3 preliminary bouts.
Oh. It's fun to watch, Ribeiro. He doesn't mind putting himself in a bad position to obtain a better position. And not a lot of guys are willing to do that, but he has the ability to do that. So he's able to take these type of risks to make it fun to watch for us.
Absolutely, because he does seem to be like, for a second, he could be in some trouble, and then he uses that movement to suddenly become the aggressor. That's a couple nice shots there. As we're approaching 30 seconds to go.
So far, since these guys have been on the ground right here for a minute or so, it's Ribeiro who's been winning the hip battle. You can see Gutierrez trying to get on the side and try to get that right leg, that right knee back in to obtain a half guard or a full guard. But you could see, if we get the other angle of Ribeiro, the backside, you can see him blocking with his right knee, and that's what's not allowing Gutierrez to recover any type of guard, and he's able to kind of just control this position for the majority of the round.
Sold out arena here at the Gila River Resorts and Casino, Wild Horse Pass. Mauro Gutierrez coming in from Logan, Utah, originally from Mexico via California, now in Logan, Utah. 4th fight in 10 months. Here's Lívio Ribeiro. First time he's entering into the 3rd round in his professional career. 100% finishing rate. Came to the U.S. in 2018. Training at the MMA lab. A lot of fighters tonight, Alan, from John Crouch's gym, the MMA lab, and not surprising, one of the powerhouse training centers here in the U.S. So 3rd and final round, Alan, how do you have this one scored?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a pretty clear cut 2-0 for Lívio Ribeiro. You know, neither man rather have a knockout on their record. But if I'm Mauro Gutierrez, I might be trying to, you know, keep this on the ground, maybe even stand up. Look at that beautiful sweep. I mean, he's looking for a pendulum sweep right now. It's too much danger. Ribeiro, even if you get on top, he finds himself in a submission attempt 5 seconds later. It's too much danger right here. If he finds himself able to scramble out of this, I would tell Ribeiro to meet me back on the feet.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to win this ground game.
Absolutely. Ribeiro loves to attack that ankle.
Yeah, and watch his hips. You're going to see him pass here shortly. Fantastic hips when it comes to passing these guards.
Controla a cabeça, passa com calma, Lívio. Lívio, tem que bater pouquinho só nele, tá? Deep head pressure here. Yes. Beautiful.
Nice job by Gutierrez recovering guard. And then Ribeiro immediately, see, he's going to attack that knee, try to stomp it down with his left hand, and scoot his hips right over the top.
Ribeiro comes in with a 1-0 record here in the LFA. Second appearance. He's coming off a win in his debut. That was back in August of last year. Scored a round 1 triangle choke win over Ricardo Ramirez.
See, Ribeiro had an option to take mount, try to squeeze in, but he decided to kind of sit back on it. And he was still able to obtain mount. He finds right. He goes where he wants to go, but it gave him the option for leg locks. You said it earlier, Ron, really beautifully. I mean, like flow like water, the Bruce Lee. He really flows on the ground. I mean, he just kind of finds the openings and very creative at creating things when there's nothing there.
I think we also made the point, just relentless. He doesn't stop. He's not content with a position. He will move on very quickly. And somehow Mauro Gutierrez has to get this fight back on its feet.
Yeah, I think any lesser fighter on the ground than Gutierrez, this show would have been over already, especially that first round with that arm bar, that triangle arm bar that was locked in. Gutierrez he's a dog in there. He has no quit. Good on the ground as well. He's doing everything he can to survive in these positions. He just finds himself a step behind.
He also has one victory via toe hold that he scored back in 2020 in only 37 seconds. 37-second toe hold submission. I mean,
yeah.
Is that just attacking the foot right away?
Yeah, I mean, you can see it, right? Every time he goes to the ground, he looks at that look at that, that was that hip, the hips I was talking about right there. He's so good at this, but as soon as he goes to the ground, if the foot's there, he takes it. If it's not, he might invert. He's got a wealth of knowledge on the ground, and ability, rather.
Started jiu-jitsu at age of 15 in Brazil, did karate, judo, capoeira as well before really concentrating and honing his jiu-jitsu skills.
Let's see if he decides to pass this half guard. Or is he content sitting here in side control?
Coming up next, another LFA flyweight matchup. Chance Ikei and Ryan Kim, 2 undefeated fighters. So we hit the 1-minute mark, third round. A fight that Lívio Ribeiro has been in complete control. And what Ribeiro is doing is, besides the performance inside the octagon, a couple hammer fists come down, being very impressive, he's doing it to a guy who is 3-0, beginning his career, but has won 4 going back to his amateur career. Went 7-3 as an amateur, a veteran fighter in Gutierrez, and he has completely taken this fight to him as we hit 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, he might go for broke right here. 10 seconds left. Might be a little too late for Ribeiro.
Well, for the first time in Lívio Ribeiro's career, we will go to the judges' scorecards. Gutierrez coming in. He was the underdog in this fight. There is Lívio Ribeiro with his MMA Lab teammates. And Gutierrez has a smile on his face, but I think it was a lot of frustration because Alan, he just didn't have an answer.
Yeah, never gave up on himself. Just couldn't find a way out. Ribeiro was just a little too good, a little too skilled on the ground. Couldn't keep the fight on the feet where he might have had a better chance in this one.
Gutierrez, no slouch on the ground, either a purple belt in a BJJ, orange belt in judo. And looks like Mike Kendall has the judges' score. Let's get the official decision. Here's Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards, and all 3 judges score this bout 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Lívio Ribeiro.
Lívio Ribeiro keeps his spotless record intact. He improves to 4-0. The first time he went to the judges' scorecard, so he got a little ring time in there as well. The 31-year-old, originally from Brazil, now living and fighting here in Phoenix, Arizona. Well, tonight's LFA 188 main event. We're expecting for the first time in LFA history for a bantamweight champion to defend their belt tonight. However, bantamweight title holder John Sweeney came in 6 pounds over the championship limit for his title defense and unfortunately has been stripped of the belt. Even if he is to defeat the challenger, Rafael Militia, he will not get the belt back. For Militia, nothing has changed. He just needs a win and he will become the LFA bantamweight champ. Both fighters spoke about the situation.
When you make an agreement to do something, you honor that, and I did not do that, and I want to apologize because that's not who I am.
New LFA Bantamweight World Champion, John Hollywood Sweeney.
I love the fight. It never was about the belt to me, yeah. I love having the belt. It's never been about titles. I fight because I'm a true samurai warrior. So I moved, and I've been training at the UFC gym in Greenville. I've been doing my own thing at different places, at my crib, at the park.
I'm a professional, so I'm a professional athlete. When I skate, I be like trying to be a professional skater. If I play ball, I'm a professional hooper. Really focused on jumping, exploding, really skateboarding, bending my knees, skating, kicking off stuff, and from there a lot of good stuff that's going to be displayed. And I'm excited to see myself, though.
I don't do no counting. I count on myself. So I'll fight until I'm tired of fighting.
Ficou muito acima.
Unfortunately, he didn't make weight. I don't know how much he wants this fight. I was up all night professionally making weight. He was walking around laughing with a skateboard under his arm.
Fala galera, sou Rafael Militia.
What's up everybody, I'm Rafael Militia, and tonight I'm here to fight for the LFA World title.
Militia, he's throwing here in the 4th.
It was a tough loss for me as an athlete. I made the adjustments that I needed to make, and now I'm ready for the second opportunity and being able to take this title home. It doesn't matter if he's 100 pounds heavier than he should be. I will not let this opportunity go by me again. My camp was based for this championship fight, and I'm ready to take this title.
Crazy 24 hours here in Chandler, Arizona, no doubt about it, but it's still a great fight with Militia having the opportunity to win that title. Sign up now at UFCFightPass.com. UFC Fight Pass, the exclusive home of the LFA. Well, Alan, we've taken a couple twists and turns to get to this championship fight. However, we have made it, and John Sweeney, bottom line, has yet to lose in the LFA. Comes in, dangerous fighter, that black belt in karate.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very dangerous guy, so good on the feet. You see that flip right there? That just tells you a bit about his explosiveness. Very fast, hard to figure out. You see the head movement in and out right here, that karate style. But let me not forget, he also came from a wrestling background. He has that base. If he gets on top of you, he's very strong. He has submissions to his credit. He's on a 7-fight win streak right now. The guy is firing on all cylinders. And in his last fight, he could not get the win against a very tough fighter in Alan Bagoso, but he's so good now. He's got a tough test in this one. This guy right here, you see, Nascimento Militia, he is determined, Ron. You spoke about it. He says he's bulletproof. He feels like it doesn't matter what weight. This is a guy that he comes off Machida karate, very aggressive on the striking, would try to get you down. That Kimura grip is one of his favorite sweeps, but do not let him get in this position right here. 5 rear naked chokes. If he gets on your back, he's a high percentage to get the fight done. They really are excited to have this 5-round main event. He feels like he's gonna weather the storm and get the belt, does Militia.
7 finishes in 9 wins. Check out the fight odds for LFA 188, courtesy, of course, from Bet Online. Scan the QR code. Great matchups, Lorenz and Powell. That's going to be a banger. Katamba is back, and Dorsonville, he makes his debut tonight. Keep an eye on Jose Delgado and Lucas Faria, those two making their debuts. And Alan, any fight that's got your attention here in Arizona tonight?
Yeah, you look at the featherweights right here, Delgado, Faria. I mean, these guys are finishers through and through. This should be a very fun one tonight.
Absolutely. Mark it down. Potential fight of the night. But we roll on here with our second back-to-back fights in the flyweight division. Tail of the tape, powered by Barzilay. Chance Ikei is 26 and Ryan Kim 2 years older. Both fighters stand at 5'6" and made the contracted weight, and Ikei is 3 inches longer in the arms. Back inside, here's Mike Kendall.
This contest is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds and an LFA flyweight matchup brought to you tonight by Barzilay Mats, the world's largest mat manufacturer producing quality athletic mats since 1959. Barzilay, the official mat supplier of the LFA. It now introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5'6", weighed in 124.8 pounds. He holds a professional record, 1 win, 0 defeats. That win coming by way of knockout. Representing Ivan Salivary MMA, fighting out of Seattle, Washington, by way of Seoul, South Korea, Ryan Kim. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a wrestler standing 5'6", weighed in 126 pounds. He holds a professional record, 2 wins, 0 defeats, with 1 win coming by way of knockout. Representing the MMA Lab, fighting out of Phoenix, Arizona, Chance the Typhoon Ikei. Your referee in charge of the action, Nick Heiser.
Gentlemen, we already went through the rules in the back. Protect yourselves at all times and obey my commands. Touch gloves if you want. Step back, prepare to fight.
Chance Ikei comes in, according to Bet Online, a major minus 2,000 favorite for the undefeated fighter. Ryan Kim becoming the first fighter from South Korea to fight in the LFA octagon. He comes back at plus 1,000. Do you take a risk on the underdog? High risk, high reward.
It is, and Kim's a guy, man, I've seen in his previous fights, he's very confident and relaxed on the feet, and you see that right now. I mean, he's not afraid to close the distance against Ikei, who comes with that wrestling background. He's trying to take him down at the moment. Kim pressing the action at the moment. I've only seen a short bit of Kim's fights, but what I saw was a lot of striking on the feet. He looked good there. It's an interesting approach that he just kind of closed the distance himself and gave Ikei the opportunity for the takedown, because Ikei is a guy with a D1 wrestling background, wrestled in high school. You would think that's where those odds are probably coming in, Ron, is that they look at that wrestling background and say, this is what's going to favor him heavily in this matchup.
Two-time Hawaii State High School Wrestling Champion. Finished third at the Arizona State High School Wrestling Championships, representing Chandler High School right here in Chandler, Arizona. Originally from Colorado Springs, Colorado, moved to Hawaii, and now lives in the Chandler area here. Chance Ikei, a lot of shine and hype coming in. 2-0, both victories coming here in the LFA.
I don't know what Kim caught on the way in. He's got some blood on his face. It might be coming from his nose. Might have been of a collision there. Oh, that was nice. Ikei throwing a quick strike, dropping levels immediately.
Great call.
Oh, now his knee was down. It looked like he was down.
That was close. And a nasty elbow from Ikei dumps Ryan Kim.
And now his ear's bleeding as well as Kim. He's kind of all sorts of a mess.
Absolutely.
It happened real quickly. I think he should have stayed in range, or out of range rather, and just use some of that smooth striking that he possesses, stay on the feet a little bit longer.
Chance Ikei just roughing up Ryan Kim, dumps him back on the canvas again.
I love what Ikei does there. He uses his body type, his wrestling background, his explosion, pressures you. As soon as he pushes away, he delivers a hard elbow right into the double leg.
Yes.
Level change again. This is the second time in a row that he's done it. He's landed both times. See if he goes for it again. He's going to get head positioning here. Kim turning into him. There he goes again. That right elbow's been money. You can see it busted up the eardrum already of Ryan Kim.
Man. And yeah, slick, quick, very nasty elbows, delivering blows. Even on that break, able to slip one in before Kim was able to back out.
Yeah, I mean, he's an explosive athlete. I mean, it's not just the tan that he has. It's a very nice tan, but there's real muscle. Quick twitch muscle fiber underneath that tan right there of Ikei.
100%. This is a fighter to keep an eye on.
And here's Kim again. This is very interesting to me, Ron. He's the one that initiated this tie-up. I don't know if he feels like, you know, even though he's not the dominant wrestler, but if he can get this fight to the ground, he might possess some submission threats or submission dominance. It would seem from what we've seen thus far in the fight that I wouldn't want to be anywhere near these pummel positions, because so far he's been taking a lot of damage. And both times that he initiated this, the position got changed and you find Ikei on the dominant spot again.
Absolutely. Kim coming off a second-round TKO that was in his pro debut. And this entire LFA 188 card, an international flair, 10 countries represented, 5 different continents as Ikei goes upstairs with those knees.
Yeah, it looked
right
like one
in
of
front
those
of us.
landed, yeah.
Ryan Kim becoming the first athlete from South Korea to enter into the LFA octagon.
Kim finding his way to the back. Ikei aware, gets it back. I mean, these guys have been pummeling back and forth. It's you would think this, you know, not to discredit Kim in any way, but Ikei's been wrestling for quite a while. I mean, this is his thing. He's explosive on the feet, but he's a wrestler. And the more you stay in these pummel positions with somebody who's done this their entire life, I mean, you would think it's suiting their game a lot more. And I think the results are showing for that as well.
Chance Ikei training at the MMA lab. Trains with Antoine Ho and Bryce Meredith. Shout out to Antoine Ho, one of our favorite, most exciting fighters here in Arizona. He will be a part of the Contender Series coming up. Wish him the best of luck. We'll see what Ryan Kim and his team, Ian Slavery MMA, you know, Ian's a veteran guy. What they can come up here with some type of game plan and strategy to just slow down the attack from Ikei.
I mean, obviously they know their fighter a lot more than we know him. But from the results that we've seen from this strategy, I would say let's abort this collision style.
Yes.
Let's test the range. Let's test the range. Now, I do think Ikei is a little bit more explosive than Kim from the outside, but Kim is a smoother fighter. Just the fluidity of the striking, I think, on the feet. And he can probably find some openings there in the second round.
Chance Ikei, perfect in MMA as a pro and amateur, coming off his first stoppage win as a pro, looking to defend the home turf, and Ryan Kim comes hustling out. Low kick from Ikei to get us started. Ron Kruk and Alan Joban with you. Beautiful level change and takedown from Chance Ikei.
Yeah. That was nice, right? I mean, he just changed levels, picked his head up, ran through it, finished the double all the way. And you could see it felt like Kim was going to do a little bit of what we thought, you know, try to stand up.
Right.
Switching stances, showing some feints. It seemed as if Ikei felt that, realized it, and adjusted and got this nice takedown.
One more LFA preliminary bout coming your way. We'll move to the lightweight division. Cristobal Renteria and Ilay Barzilay. Barzilay 4-0, 2-0 inside the octagon. You won't want to miss that. Stick around here on the LFA Fight Network on YouTube.
Elbow right here. Use your knee. Let it go. That work.
And more elbows landing from Chance Ikei, the former D1 wrestler at Arizona State University.
Yeah, you see him forcing the head of Kim down right there. That like quarter Nelson, half Nelson position. And it allowed him to do this. Allowed him to try to get the back. Good scramble by Kim, an opportunity here. Kim, an opportunity to take the back of Ikei.
Beautiful escape. And let's see what the 28-year-old, now fighting out of Seattle, Washington, Ryan Kim can do. Oh, but no chance. Ikei puts an end to any offensive onslaught he had.
Yeah, and as we look in, you see this is a good shot. Kim has a pretty good sized hematoma on his left eyebrow right there. That happened earlier in the first round, I believe. He's starting to wear it a little bit. A lot of that was damage that happened in the first round with those breakaway elbows, some of the ground and pound. If Kim can find a way to break apart, circle back to the center of the octagon, and let some of that striking kind of play out, I think it'll give him an opportunity. But it's so tough to do against somebody who's pressuring you with the strength and the wrestling skills as Ikei right now.
And I'm just so impressed with Ikei's elbows on the break.
I love those. I mean,
oh, and he dropped Kim. Somehow. Oh, Kim with the spinning back fist just missed.
Now these guys are opening up.
I am impressed. Ryan Kim not going anywhere yet.
Yeah, you can see his, like, he's confident in this area. You see his footwork. Like, when I see somebody like that, just the way his body type is, you can tell he's a striker. You can tell that he's comfortable in both stances. Can he keep it in on the feet, though? That's going to be the challenge for him.
Able to do so for most of this second round. And definitely a better round for Kim, but Ikei still landing the more damaging shots. Wow. Ikei breaking out a little bit of everything from the arsenal right now.
Oh, that was nice.
Kim fires to the body and looks for a takedown.
I love the way that he did a 1-2 step through, switch stances mid-combo, fire to the body, finds his way to the back of Ikei right now. Another good opportunity. He needs to be cautious. Last time he was in this exact position a couple minutes ago, Ikei was able to reverse it. Does look like he's able to secure the back. Needs to get that other hook in.
And you called it right in front of us. Chance Ikei able to reverse. And with 45 seconds to go,
Ikei is going to win these scramble opportunities. If Kim finds himself in a position where he's trying to grapple, he needs to have both hooks in. He needs to have a backpack over-under, something that 100% locks it in. You can't have any door open against a guy like Chance Ikei. Too good in the grappling, too good in the wrestling.
Under 30, second round. LFA Flyweight division. I mean, this division is loaded.
Chance Ikei loves these elbows.
Look at Manitoba on the eye of Ryan Kim. We can see it right in front of us, and another elbow to the side of the head.
Be careful with these knees right here.
Be careful with the blood and the nice white shirt, sir. We will go into the third round. A much better round for the huge underdog Ryan Kim. But Chance Ikei still in control. Make sure you are following the LFA on all social media platforms at LFA Fighting for exclusive fighter articles, card updates, and new episodes of Inside LFA. I mean, really, if you look at the faces, it's kind of tells the story. Absolutely. Chance Ikei, clean, no cuts, and as Alan pointed out, a solid tan on the other side.
I mean, it only takes about 20 minutes when it's 115 degrees outside, Ron.
That's right.
You just go
cook pretty quick.
Yeah, it happens fast.
And there's Ryan Kim making his LFA debut tonight, and I mean, no freebies in this organization, that's for sure. Ryan Kim, the first, a fighter from South Korea, comes in and he runs into a buzzsaw named Chance Ikei.
It is. It's tough, right? The matchup for Kim, being the first fighter from his home country, having this type of matchup.
Yes.
But I do like the momentum that he has, right? I mean, lost both rounds, but he figured something out in the second round, that this is where he has more success. I think he also figured out if a scramble position occurs, I need to be very cautious. I need to be all the way in, all the way out, because the level change ability, the scramble ability of Chance Kim, as he just showed once again, it is far too superior for Ryan Kim's grappling. Kim thinking armbar right here. I don't know if, with the pressure that Ikei is going to have, I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Now, Chance Ikei taking the back, looking for the rear naked choke. Ikei does not have a submission win as a pro. Fans here sense that streak could come to an end. But right now, Ryan Kim hanging in.
Kim did well right there, Ron. He was kind of on the side, like in a quarter position, and he had an opportunity. If I go to my back, then I escape the choke, but I give up ground and pound. If I go to my belly, it's the other way. If I go to my belly, he takes the choke, and he kind of did well riding both sides of that position until something opened up. Once again, if he just goes to his back, he's out of the choke, but he doesn't want to give up his back right now and be in full mount.
Yeah. And Ikei teeing off now to the side of the head of Ryan Kim. Under 3 minutes to go.
I always appreciate people who love the elbow. It's such a underutilized weapon, and
does so much damage.
Yeah, and Ikei puts in. I mean, I wonder if he's a guy that trains with elbow pads, because it looks like he does. Because people hit pads all the time, like hitting elbows, throwing elbows with their coach. But unless you're wearing the elbow pad and finding all those little subtle positions where you can push the head, elbow, grab the head, that's when you really figure out like the art to it. And
interesting.
He is so good at it from a grappling area, finding those elbows.
Well, you add the elbows and the striking to that wrestling pedigree. As we said, a two-time Hawaii State High School wrestling champion, moved here to Arizona, wrestled at ASU.
Has a possible anaconda right now. I don't know if he's going to go to the ground and try to finish it, though. Oh, my goodness. Right there off the break. Beautiful slip left elbow.
Yes.
Slid it in there beautifully.
Oh, how is Ryan Kim still standing?
I think he's hearing us right now, just trying to butter me up. Now he's going spinning back elbow run. Beautiful work right now by Chance Ikei.
And give Ryan Kim a lot of credit. What a game opponent. Oh, the low kick to the takes Kim down, and Ikei looking to finish this fight.
Right, just as Ryan Kim's corner was saying, you got to push, Ryan, you got to push. They know it's about a minute left. He's trying to make that effort. Chance Ikei not having any of it, taking the fight back to the ground where he's been dominant so far.
100%. Under a minute to go.
Oh my goodness, dangerous spot right there. He was down. Now Kim has to go for it.
Well, Chance Ikei living up to the hype right now. Came in as Tapology's #3 ranked flyweight in Arizona. Scored his first stoppage win as a pro. His last fight, and did everything that he possibly could to finish Ryan Kim. And somehow Ryan Kim is hanging on, but it's getting close.
Yeah, I think he's just tired. I think he's tired, a little beaten up is Kim.
Time winding down. Ikei still, Kim fires. Spinning back fist miss. And that's gonna do it. What a great fight. The LFA flyweight division just stacked. As we saw Lívio Ribeiro earlier get a victory, and now a dominant performance by a huge favorite in Chance Ikei. The Typhoon blew into the LFA octagon and should be leaving with another victory.
I mean, that was a showcase type of performance right there by Chance the Typhoon Ikei. He looked tremendous in the grappling, was able to show a little bit of the tools in his tool bag at the end of the fight with the striking. The elbows were phenomenal all fight. Very impressive performance. As you said, lived up to the hype, did Ikei.
How stoked is the MMA Labs' John Crouch? He's got Ribeiro and Ikei, two incredible flyweights that could soon be in the UFC. Another great crowd here at the Gila River Resorts and Casino Wild Horse Pass. We have one more prelim to get to. If you haven't already done so, get to UFCFightPass.com and sign up today. You will not want to miss the action at LFA 188. It's starting at the top of the hour. We're going to be coming in hot, folks. LFA flyweight division is stacked. Let's now throw it up inside the LFA octagon. Here's Mike Kendall for the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. And the judges score this bout 30-27, 30-27, and 30-26 all. For your winner by unanimous decision, Chance the Typhoon Ikei.
Make it 8 straight wins for the former ASU Sun Devil, Chance Ikei, including his amateur career. He has reeled off 3 wins in a row as a pro and remains undefeated. There he is with head coach John Crouch and the MMA Lab team. Tonight, LFA 188 stat card from top to bottom. Here's a preview from Chandler, Arizona.
The LFA ignites the Valley of the Sun with a scintillating championship headliner at LFA 188. In the main event, the bantamweight world title is on the line. John Sweeney began his career inside the LFA octagon 7 years ago with a pair of finishes that launched the career of one of MMA's most exciting prospects. Now, the Stephen Wonderboy Thompson protege known as Hollywood looks to continue his legendary run in the promotion by adding a title defense to his Hollywood credits. He will face a man who is looking for redemption. Rafael Molisa do Nascimento took the LFA by storm in 2022 when he finished 2 of the division's top prospects in their own backyard. Now the Brazilian is back, looking for that elusive crown. Also returning to the LFA octagon, Dana White's Contender Series alum, Casey Tanner. The no-nonsense powerhouse, Alec Lorenz. Striking sensation, Leslie Hernandez. And top undefeated prospect, Cedric Katambwa. From the Helu River Resorts and Casinos, Wild Horse Pass in Chandler, Arizona. LFA 188, live on UFC Fight Pass.
Stat card here in Chandler, Arizona. LFA 188, Sweeney versus Militia do Nascimento. Several familiar faces will be in action tonight, including Alec Lorenz, riding a 3-fight win streak, Alan. That's Casey Tanner, excuse me.
Yeah.
The Dana White Contender Series vet.
Yeah, and Casey, he's a wrecking machine. Didn't go his way on the Dana White Contender Series, but what a fight it was against a tremendous opponent, and he held his own the entire time. This is one of those fights, Ron, that there's no real loser in this one. He gained respect from the MMA community.
Right.
He gained respect and how tough he was pushing the accent against Matsumoto, and he gained respect from the man right there, Dana White.
That's incredible.
Dana White walked into the cage, congratulated both men. You see right here.
Now here's Alec Lorenz riding that 3-fight win streak.
Just a wrecking ball. This is that kind of almost Dan Henderson style where he paused with the jab, throws that big right hand. You're going to see it right here when it touches the button. Boom. Guys go down. All knockouts. He's a finisher. He's a big man. Humble when you talk to him, but when you get inside of the octagon with him, he's a destruction machine. He really is.
100% finishing rate. And then Thomas Powell returns after 3 years away. This man has fought everyone, including Alex Pereira. Yes, that Alex Pereira.
Yeah, I mean, look, a lot of guys have fought Alex Pereira. It did not go their way, but he showed that he has ability in that fight. He's fought at multiple weight classes. He's going to look very big in this matchup as well, and he's a big athletic man who put on a lot of size. These guys are fighting at light heavyweight in this matchup.
Unbeaten in over 7 years. Here's striker Cedric Katambwa. He has looked impressive. He is going for his 10th win in a row and his 6th LFA appearance. Cedric Katambwa has been a wrecking machine. Time now for...
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA lightweight division, brought to you tonight by Alpha Pro 23, where your team dream uniforms come alive. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5'10", weight in 155.6 pounds, holds a professional record, 4 wins, 0 defeats, with 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Representing Extreme Couture, fighting out of Renteria, Israel, Ilay. The hype is real, Barzilay. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a mixed martial artist standing 5'11", weight in 155.8 pounds. He holds a professional record, 4 wins, 2 defeats, with 1 win coming by way of knockout and 2 by way of submission. Representing UKF Gym, fighting out of Mesa, Arizona, Cristobal Renteria. Your referee, Ryan Bruggeman.
Fighters, we went over your instructions in the back. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves now if you wish. Come out swinging.
Cristobal Renteria, he is the slight underdog according to Bet Online at +100. And the slight favorite is Ilay Barzilay, -120. Barzilay with the blue tape and the white shorts, and Renteria gets a takedown right away. He's got the red tape and blue shorts.
Renteria wasting no time at all, looking for that takedown. Does have 2 wins via rear naked choke. Comfortable if he gets the fight to the ground, finding the back. Barzilay, a guy as well, 4-0. 2 knockouts. He does very well in the ground and pound. If either man is looking to probably get on top on the ground in this matchup, that's where they've had much of the success in their career so far.
Renteria with a couple of stiff jabs getting through, and that leads to this takedown attempt. Gets it, but Barzilay attacking the neck, but at this point, Renteria with an opportunity. Barzilay, the brown belt in BJJ, back up on the feet. Renteria attacking the body, then goes upstairs. Resets in center of the octagon.
Oh.
Two big lightweights throwing down. There's the jab again that leads to the takedown.
Renteria really showing the game plan early within about a minute. 3 takedown attempts, 3 takedowns, but he hasn't quite been able to do a lot of damage on Barzilay since having him down. Barzilay was able to get up both times to see if he could find his way to the feet again. These guys look huge right now, Ryan. I don't know if it's just because we had 2 flyweight fights in a row, now we have lightweights.
And we are literally, we can't get any closer.
Any closer to the octagon.
We're going to be inside the octagon. You got another fight left in you, right? Let's get you in there.
It's a young man's sport, young man's sport.
Still looking good, my man.
Thank you, man.
Top of the hour, LFA 188. The main card will kick off on UFC Fight Pass. Follow the LFA on social media at LFA Fighting. It's a great card tonight and a busy summer. Oh, man, big takedown from Renteria. Now on the back, Barzilay. Barzilay 4-0 has not seen this type of attack yet.
Yeah, and now he knows. Now he knows what's coming, right? Oh, beautiful!
Beautiful combination lands from Barzilay.
Oh!
Letting his fist fly. Renteria in a little bit of trouble.
Barzilay is teeing off. He feels it. That right uppercut, left hook's on point right now. Barzilay's going to probably be looking to shoot pretty soon if he can time that uppercut. Once again, that left hook is money.
The left hook doing the damage. The hype is real. Ilay Barzilay remains undefeated and puts an end to this fight in amazing fashion.
Wow. Very impressive performance right there. Ilay Barzilay, I mean, he was taken down numerous times, found his way back to his feet. I want to say he remained relaxed, but as soon as he had an opportunity to explode with his striking, he did that. And boy, did he capitalize. That right uppercut was the first strike of a barrage of hard punches, but it proved to be his left hook that was the moneymaker. Change the momentum of this fight, getting this knockout.
Renteria was in control for a little while as we check out the highlights.
Oh, there's that left hook right here. You see right here, has Renteria in trouble against the fence. Renteria doing anything he can to try to pummel, get an underhook or something, but continues the head pressure, does Barzilay. Watch this left hook right here, followed with the right hand. I mean,
textbook.
What a finish. Highlight reel knockout right there by Ilay Barzilay.
Third career knockout victory for the 23-year-old, originally from Israel, now living and training in Las Vegas at the legendary Extreme Couture. Gets another win, remains undefeated. Little bit of damage. Took a shot as the blood trickling from the nose. The good news, Cristobal Renteria is up on his feet, dejected, but I would like to see him back. He had this, he had Barzilay in a little bit of trouble. Let's now get the official time. Here's Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Ryan Bruggeman, calls a stop to this fight. 2 minutes, 44 seconds into the very first round, declaring your winner by knockout, Ilay. The hype is real, Barzilay.
The hype is definitely real. Ilay Barzilay streak now wins 10 straight, including his amateur, 5 in a row as a pro. Thanks for being a part of the LFA 188 preliminary fights on the LFA Fight Network on YouTube. Visit the LFA Fight Network anytime for event previews and archived fights. For my broadcast partners, Mike Kendall and Alan Joban, I'm Ron Kruk. We'll see you over on UFC Fight Pass.
The world can be a dangerous place. Victory sometimes requires a different kind of soldier. The Army National Guard is searching for the best of the best to serve within the Special Forces community. You'll train to master the weapons, tactics, and strategies of unconventional warfare and take your place among the elite few to wear the Army's legendary Green Beret. Army National Guard Special Forces. Impossible is their day job.
So come a little closer. I'm an icon, put me on a poster. I'm on a whole nother level. Legendary status, no one does it better. So